In the war of words between the president and the president seems to be winning. Gallup's latest approval poll shows 87% of Republicans support the president. Joining me now to talk about it, former Trump campaign surrogate Gina Loudon and Lawrence Jones, the editor-in-chief of Campus Reform. Good to see you.
Good to be with you.
Hey, Gina, let me start with you. One of the voices you heard was Mika Brzezinski accusing the president of becoming unhinged. I honestly don't know how Mika and Joe managed to think with those brains of theirs, but what's your reaction?
Well, this clearly says more about their mental health than it does the president's. And actually, I just completed a book on exactly this topic called Mad Politics, because our political arena has become so crazy, so obsessed with this president that they make outlandish accusations that the rest of America, the heartland of America, Greg, can see are completely errant. You look at this president and the constant barrage of negative, evil attacks that he endures every single day, not to mention the obstructionists, some in his own party that he has had to deal with. Then you compare that side by side to his list of accomplishments, and you know that this president is arguably one of the most sane occupiers of the White House ever in the history of the United States.
Lawrence, what do you think?
Well, Greg, the media, I don't think they should be worrying about the president's words. I think they should be looking at their own ratings or looking at their own approval ratings when it comes to the American people. I mean, the last poll showed that they were lower than Congress. And I mean, everyone hates Congress. So how are your ratings lower than Congress? But the media played a dangerous game. If you guys remember back during the primary, they gave this president as a candidate so much access. They loved him because they thought he was a beatable candidate. And then after the primary, during the general election, they flipped on him as a means to support Hillary Clinton. So there's been this adversarial relationship ever since the general election. But the media really shouldn't be picking sides. It's not about if they like the president or dislike the president. They should just be reporting on the facts. And according to the American people, they don't feel like the media is doing that.
The media's approval ratings are actually lower than phytoplankton, which is quite remarkable. Gina, I keep hearing the media, the left-wing media say, this is the worst acrimony in the history of the republic with regard to a president. The media is so ignorant of history that they don't realize that, for example, in the second term of George Washington, there were angry mobs that surrounded the presidential mansion in Philadelphia, where George Washington was inside, and the ugly, venomous rhetoric in journals and publications back there condemning one of the founders of our republic, George Washington, was unparalleled in 200 some odd years.
Well, and they must have forgotten about the Civil War, a little acrimonious as well, where the left, don't forget, took on the right, who was, defending people for freedom from slavery. And so they must have conveniently forgotten about that acrimony as well. But no, it shows, Greg, they're very frustrated, and I understand they have no issues, they have no candidates. But worse, when you look at our job growth, our unemployment of minorities that they have tried to parse up for years and control their votes. And now those populations are moving over to the president because they're seeing that the president is actually representing them. And I think you add to that numbers like came out today, for example, where unemployment, get this, I love this part, unemployment among people who never graduated from high school dropouts, right, is at a record historic all-time low. How does the left go ahead and continue to spout this mantra of being the champion of the little guy when it's this president that has employed them and changed their lives?
The ignorance of the media, Lawrence, is only exceeded by, their venom towards this president. They have accused him constantly of collusion. They've never been able to cite a criminal code, and all other potentials like conspiracy to commit fraud, honest services fraud, federal campaign election acts have absolutely no application whatsoever, and yet they continue the narrative.
Well, it's not just collusion, Greg, but they call them racist every chance that they get. I mean, how is he supposed to respond to a press that calls him racist every day. It's collusion. He hates everyone. And they never provide positive coverage. Not even when they have data to support it. Not when the president is growing support. Like, there's nothing that he can do to please them. And so, I mean, they attack his family. You got the press secretary who rightly pointed out that she's the first press secretary to receive Secret Service protection. These are the same people that cried on election night when their candidate didn't win. I mean, I mean, if you don't believe us, at least believe the people that view you guys, you know?
Lawrence Jones, Gina Loudon, great to see you guys. Thanks. Have a great weekend.
Great to be with you.
Thanks,
you
Greg.
too.